coming up on a really cool property right now that's got a 30-inch diameter maple tree in the backyard, and the client is wondering if the tree needs to be removed, if the tree's dying. I think it has some wounds on it. I want to point out is we have pretty good access going back on this driveway right here. Now, I'm in training right now to be an arborist, but everything that I do, I send to the owner of our company, Kevin Ham. He's an ISA board certified master arborist. And so if there's anything that I have a question on, he'll definitely be able to help me out. But I'm looking at this tree, I think it's a red maple. And I do notice a pretty big wound up here. Let's take a look at that wound. Now, as I look further up the tree, I also see another large limb that has a big wound in it. One thing that's really special about this house is this house was actually shown in the movie Public Enemy with Johnny Depp. I believe this house was used as the brothel house in that movie. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is a tree that needs to be removed? Is it a danger of falling in the property here? Or do you think this is a tree that we can save? Okay guys, so just took a look at that tree, had a pretty good look at it, and I'm not totally sure if that tree needs to be a removal or if that tree will be okay. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to refer this over to Kevin Ham. He's the owner of the company that I work for, and he's a board certified master arborist, and he'll know right away. And so we'll find out coming right up. I've got Kevin Ham on the phone right now. He's a board certified master arborist, and he's got some ideas on this tree.
Yeah, well, so Justin, whenever we're looking at a tree to evaluate the hazard potential, there's kind of three factors you're looking at. You're looking at, is there a target? Like, is something serious going to get hit? And then you want to decide what is the propensity of that failure. You know, what chance is there that this branch is actually going to fail? And then you want to evaluate the size of that failure. So those three things, you know, add up to the hazard potential of that tree. And so in this case, we've got a lower wound on the tree with quite a bit of hollow and advanced decay, but there's a lot of wood around that wound that would provide some structural strength. And so that one doesn't concern me as much as the one in the upper canopy, which is on the top side of the limb. So the weight of the limb is actually causing that potential failure. So the weight of the limb is working against the defect in the limb. And then as you look in camera there, the back door is within reach of that falling limb. So we do have a target. We have human traffic going underneath. And so now we have a significant target potential, a significant failure, and it looked like about an 8-inch diameter limb. So we have a pretty good size limb that could cause significant damage or injury if that were to fall at just the wrong time. And with there being that much decay in it, it could fall, on a sunny day, potentially. So at a minimum, we want to be looking at maybe removing that limb. But with the lower decay on the tree, it may be a justified removal. And in this case, this is a client that we've worked for a long time. And we might recommend a removal and then a subsequent planting of something better than a Norway maple. Because this is a red-leafed variety Norway maple, maybe a Crimson King or an Emerald Luster. And Norway maples are kind of despised today as an invasive. And so we would, on this property, it's a very historical property. It's been used in the movie, of course. And so we'd want to put something stately in there. Maybe a plain tree maple or a sugar maple. There's a few other sugar maples on the property. Or perhaps a heritage oak would be a great placement here. A stately tree right behind the house. There's enough room that we could get something nice put in there. And it's going to be a long-lived tree and a great complement to that property. So the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is today. So with the value of the property and the condition of that tree, I would lean towards recommending a removal and a planting, and serve this client in the best possible way.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. Looks like that tree is going to be set for a removal, and we're going to do a new planting. And now I had a client contact me about treating their ash tree. We'll talk about that in the next video.